Hey there, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood, the podcast where faith, friendship, and fierce encouragement come together.
We're here to share stories that will inspire and lift each other up while we grow in faith together.
No matter where you are, we're here to remind you that you are never alone. With God and a little sisterhood, we're stronger together.
So grab a cup of coffee and get ready to be encouraged and empowered.
Hello, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood. I'm Amy.
And I'm Summer.
And we're really glad that you're here today. How are you doing today, Summer?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm good.
Good.
It's a good day. Saturday.
I don't know if I can do that without...
I know. And it's sunshiny.
It is.
It's podcast recording day.
Yes.
I've already got to spend the last hour with you.
Right.
So it's a great day.
I mean, we've been dealing with audio.
Yes. It's always a challenge.
Settings.
Yeah. You would think that the settings would you set the settings where they were good last time and plug and play. No, not for us.
No.
And so it's always a ordeal.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll get there. How are you today?
It's growing pains, you know?
Definitely painful. Lots and lots of pain.
I'm good. I'm glad that the clouds cleared out.
Yes.
It was kind of cloudy this morning.
It was kind of cloudy. And windy. Oh, man.
It's going to be windy, I think, all day and tomorrow.
Yeah.
But most weekdays lately have been beautiful.
Oh, it's been so nice.
You open up when the sun comes up and it's just bright blue skies and everything, and it's calm and it's not windy. That you can definitely tell fall's here. There's a coolness, chilliness, like a chill in the air.
There were leaves. There's leaves on the ground outside.
Yeah, fall is like full. We are in it.
Yeah, we are.
And I'm fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Your son the other day, though, asked to pray for snow.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah. I ain't going to pray for snow.
You didn't like that request?
No. I told him I'm not going to pray for that, but teach their own, you know?
Well, I agree. We can just let it be fall for a little while and then hit winter.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I'll pray that snow comes when the Lord wants it to come, preferably December, but to each their own.
Oh, funny.
No, it's a nice day out.
It is so nice.
It is. But on the weekends, that's what I was saying. During the weekdays, it's beautiful and just gorgeous. Like, just pristine, perfect fall days. And then the weekends come and it's cloudy. Like last weekend, it was rainy, cold, and...
Well, I wasn't here for that, but...
No, you weren't here for that. But it was rainy and cold. But it was okay. Can't complain.
Good.
So...
Good deal.
I'm going to do a quick intro into our topic today. Our topic is Because Thine Heart Was Tender. And so you and I were trying to think of topics, and this one just came, it just sat on my mind for a couple of days and just kind of simmered.
Sure.
And it just made me think, because there have been times in my life where sometimes we can allow hardness to grow.
Yeah.
Within us and within our heart and towards the Lord and things like that. And I came across those verses, because thine heart was tender. And it just made me think of there's been times where the Lord's had to break up some hardness. And then when you and I were talking, I brought this topic up to you. You brought some good points, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be the next topic. So looking forward to our topic today. I think it's going to be good. Also want to put a plug in for our gratitude giveaway. I'm very excited about that.
Me too.
We announced it on last week's episode, but so if you didn't catch that, we are doing a gratitude giveaway, and you have from now until November 13th, and we will be doing a Thanksgiving episode. And so we want to hear from you, our listeners, because we're very thankful. This is starting off great.
I love it.
We're very thankful for anybody who takes the time to listen to the podcast, and we want to hear from you. And it makes me think of that verse in First Chronicles. I think it's First Chronicles 16:8. Call upon the name of the Lord, make known his deeds among the people.
Yep.
And we want to make known his deeds among the people. And so that's what our kind of the theme of our Thanksgiving episode. Like, I love gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude is such a strong weapon, I think, that we have.
I agree.
And we'll be talking about that more in November, but we want to hear from our listeners. And so if there's anything that you are thankful for and you would like to contribute to our Thanksgiving episode, we are going to read them on air on the episode. And so you can share them with us. You can email us at
strengthandsisterhoodpod@gmail.com.
Or you can send us a message on Substack or comment on Substack. Or I was even talking with our hairdresser about this, and she's like, or they can even just do their own post on Instagram and like tag you in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. I forgot that you can like tag people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So tag us if you do your own. See, what I do is for a couple of years now, I've done the month of thanks.
Yes.
Or the month of gratitude, whatever I call it, on Instagram. And so I post every day, which can be a bit of a task.
I love when you do that.
But if you do your own gratitude post, feel free to tag Strength and Sisterhood Pod, which is on Instagram. Tag us in it, and we will, if you're okay with it, let us know if you don't want us to read it on our episode. But other than that, we will be happy to share those things.
I'm excited.
And hear from other people.
Mm-hmm.
I love hearing that. We have a Thanksgiving service at church. And I always just come away with a full cup.
Yes.
Just of hearing what the Lord's doing in other people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm looking forward to that.
But speaking of filling up our cups, let's go fill up our cup.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, Summer. So what filled up your cup this week?
Oh, I have some exciting news.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think it was our last episode or the one before I had mentioned this, an old friend that's come back into my life, and I've been doing Bible studies with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I mentioned on there that she wasn't saved and for people to be praying for her. And you guys, she got saved.
Oh,
so she
awesome.
is now a sister in Christ.
Praise the Lord.
Yes. I'm so thankful and so excited.
Yeah.
So thank you for anyone who prayed for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so huge.
Yeah.
So huge. I was trying to explain to her, it's like when you get saved, I don't think everybody realizes exactly what's happened.
Right.
But I was trying to tell her, like, the amount of noise of rejoicing in heaven was probably so loud and so remarkable. And I told her how much I was cheering for her, and it's just really cool. It's really neat. And what brought her to that was, remember I talked about she wanted to date Jesus before she marries him. And so he had done something for her that only he could have done.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't have been explained any other way. And so she was reading in her Bible and she was like, yeah, I believe this. Like, how could I not? There's no other explanation for what he's done. And if I can believe that he has done something like this for me, how can I not believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God? And so, yeah, she's all about it now. And it's just really exciting to see. And I'm excited to see what the Lord's going to do with her life. Yeah. So thank you for praying for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're going to be discipling her, continuing.
Yes. Yeah. Once a week, we'll be doing some discipleship lessons. So continue to pray for her, continue to pray for her growth, that she would grow in her love for the Lord and serve him with all her heart and mind and soul.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I know.
That's exciting. I think, what'd she say? He proposed and she said yes or something like that?
Yes, let me tell you that. So she's like, I don't know if I told you. We were on Marco Polo. She's like, oh, I don't know if I told you, because it was the night before that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, guess what? Jesus asked me to marry him. Or no, she said, Jesus proposed yesterday and I said yes. And I was like, no way. That is so neat. Tell me all about it. Yeah. So it was cool. I like the way she puts those things. I know. That's really, it's interesting. I like it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your cup overfloweth.
Yeah, for sure. What about you? What's your fill up my cup?
My fill up my cup, it's not the same as yours. But my fill up my cup moment was, well, it was about a week ago. we had a ladies activity at church. We did a scavenger hunt.
I know. I'm so sad I missed it.
And our friend Ashley, she was organizing it, and she had reached out to me. She sent me a text a couple months ago, like this spring. I was like, hey, this would be really fun to do.
Yeah.
And do you want to help me plan it? And I was just like, yeah. Because scavenger hunts are fun to plan.
Yeah.
They're fun to participate in as well.
Right.
But
well, and the two of you planning it.
Yeah.
I mean, that equals fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And I told the ladies, I don't know. Sometimes when I get in those moods, right? I was like, it is Friday night. It's a gals activity. Like, it's gals night.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's have fun.
I love it.
We're tired. It's the end of the work week.
Yes.
Like, there's so many of us that are tired. I get that. But let's have fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It was just fun. Like, I told them, I was like, I feel like I need a drum roll. And like, next thing you know, they're like doing drum rolls with their feet and stuff. I was, thank you. Like, matching the energy.
You're so good at that. You're so good about bringing up the energy in a room or with a group of people.
I don't always feel it.
But you do. You do such a good job at that.
But it was fun. And so we did a ladies scavenger hunt, paired everybody off into groups and stuff like that. And I don't know, the planning and the logistics of stuff like that is difficult.
Sure.
So that's where it's like, I don't always feel, okay, now I got to like bring the energy and, but it was fun and I hope the ladies had fun. But so we went out and we paired them all up into groups and sent them out with their list of photos that they were supposed to get.
Okay.
And then each team had to designate a photographer and send me their photos as they were getting them. That was entertaining.
Oh, I can imagine.
And
do I get to see some of these since I missed out?
Well, we'll see. The activity though is once everybody made it back to the church. We gave them an hour. And then the first team to come back and complete all of theirs and be the first team back won a prize.
Yeah.
But we gave everybody an hour and I hooked my phone up to the TV and then we all sat. I was like, okay, ladies, like grab some food, which Ashley took care of. Grab some food, pull up a chair, and this is going to be our entertainment for the evening.
Right.
Is going through each group's photos.
Oh,
and
so fun.
The thing that filled up my cup, the moment was, there was one moment where we were going through the photos. And of course I'm providing commentary throughout because it was entertaining. Mm-hmm. But, and just to see the creativity of some of the ladies, it was entertaining. But, it had been a while since I've heard that many women just laugh.
Oh, I love that.
You know, like there was just a moment where so many people were like knee slapping, laughing. And it was just one of those moments of like, oh, that just felt really good. Yeah. That filled up my cup. Like that moment of just hearing this room full of ladies, all ages.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's amazing.
Like 18 and up, 19 and up to like 80. You know, and we're all just, they were exhausted because they were out running for an hour. But just to see the different creativity of people, it was fun. It was a really good night.
I bet it was. What a huge blessing to them. You know, you and Ashley putting that thing together. Yeah, we'll have to do it again. Creating that fun night. Yeah, you will. And I'll have to be there. Yeah. Like, I'm so sad that I missed it.
Stop taking trips.
I'm sorry.
That's
those
okay.
Those kids make me take trips.
Yeah. But no, it was really fun. So
good.
I filled up my cup that day.
I bet.
So, all right, you ready to get into our topic?
I am ready.
Okay. Okay, so our topic this week is because thine heart was tender. And it comes from, I came across this verse in 2 Chronicles 34. 2 Chronicles 34 verse 27. And it says, because thine heart was tender, and thou didst humble thyself before God, when thou heardest his words against this place, and against the inhabitants thereof, and humblest thyself before me, and didst rend thy clothes, and weep before me, I have even heard thee also, saith the Lord. And just that opening part of that verse, because thine heart was tender, and thou didst humble thyself before God.
Yeah.
And then when thou heardest the words. And it just made me think of, there's been times with preaching where I've felt hardness, or I've been aware of hardness growing within me. And there have been messages that have been preached where he just breaks me.
Yeah.
Or even during prayer meetings where he just breaks me, and he breaks up that hardness. So I want to keep a tender heart. And so then when I mentioned this topic to you, you had some good insight. So what came to your mind this week with this topic?
Well, when you were talking about this, I instantly thought of, when something is tender, it can be felt with a light touch or light pressure. You can feel it, right? More immediate when you apply pressure. And so I think that, when God wants to deal with us on something, if we're tenderhearted, we're going to notice it with subtle, sensitive things or light touches or a light nudge.
Sure.
We'll be sensitive to that. And if we're hard-hearted, then God's going to have to use more force to get you to notice, like, hey, I'm putting my finger on this,
right.
or hey, you need to change this. And I don't want to be hard-hearted. I don't want God to have to do something, that's with a lot of pressure that's going to maybe hurt. I want to be sensitive and tender-hearted so I can feel the lightest nudge and then quickly be obedient to whatever that is. That's what I want. So that's really what I thought about just instantly as you were talking about it. But I love this topic. Yeah. And I think you have a lot of good things to say that would be helpful to someone.
Well, I thought it was interesting when you mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly it. Like you think of like a tender muscle, like if you have a sore muscle or, oh, that's really tender. It doesn't take much pressure and you feel it.
Right.
And so, or you even have a bruise, like we were talking about, like you have a bruise on your arm or something like that. And it doesn't take much and, oh, that it's there. Versus, when you have a hardness, it makes me think of the parable of the sower and the seed.
Oh yeah.
Whatsoever fell on fertile, soft ground was able to take root.
Right.
But if it landed on hard ground, dry ground, then the wind could come and blow it away.
Right.
And it was really hard for those seeds to take root.
Yeah.
When it's dry and it's hard.
Sure.
And so I always wanted to try to keep my heart in that tender state.
Yes.
But I guess even just thinking about this, so there's been times, like I said, I remember even a prayer meeting, it wasn't expected, but it's been a while since we've done it, but we had like prayer nights. We've done prayer nights at church and we get together and there's like 3 different rooms and we spend about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour in each room. And each room is, the reason why we're split into 3 rooms is each one has kind of a different topic or theme for prayer.
Right.
So we'll pray for missionaries in one room and we have a whole list of all the missionaries that we support or that we know, and pray for them and just dedicate that time in that room to spend that amount of time, lifting them up. And then we have church family, in another room, and then government and kind of leaders and stuff like that. And this was well over 10 years ago.
Sure.
We were still in that old little building when we did it. But I remember, I think it was in the second room and I don't think I was praying with anybody in particular. I think I was kind of just praying by myself. And the Lord just kind of broke through some hardness. And I just found myself like weeping. I don't like we don't like there to be hardness, right?
Yeah.
Like we would choose to not be hard,
right?
Or allow hardness to grow within us. Because we'd rather, just have that simple little nudge. Like that's so much easier.
Yeah, for sure.
And it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
But then the relief isn't experienced either. You know, like when you kind of have that breakthrough and you can release, like that hardness is broken up, and then all that soft and everything that's been underneath that can come out and be worked and is tender.
Yep.
Then there's a relief that comes with that. And so I remember feeling that release kind of
Sure.
of that. And one thing that came to mind with this was, well, a couple years ago, I remember, maybe it's only just been, I think it was last year, actually. It was fairly recent. I had allowed some hardness to grow within me about being single and being unmarried and not being a mom.
Sure.
And throughout my 20s, kind of just focused on, I struggled and I was striving to find contentment in being single, which is difficult because everybody, you know, all your peers are getting married. Your siblings are getting married. Everybody's getting married, right? And then you find yourself at the college and career group when you're 28. And there's 18-year-olds there. You know, it's just kind of like, we are not in the same stage of life. Like,
right. Yeah.
Or Lord, please just let me get out of this group. But in my 20s, I was focused on that. And I spoke with the Lord about it. And, you know, hey, Lord, if that's not what you have for me, honestly, I'm fine with that. But you got to meet me.
Yeah.
You know, you got to help me with some lasting contentment.
Sure.
Because it kind of feels like a roller coaster from time to time. You know, like sometimes it's there and then other times it's nowhere to be found. And he did. You know, he's good. He's faithful. And, you know, there'd be times things that would come up and it was just even so much as a simple thought of like, hey, you don't have to deal with that. That's not any issue that's in your realm in your life because you don't have that.
Sure.
And so it was just like, okay, yep, you're right, Lord. Like, I don't have that. And
kind of pointing out those areas to be grateful. Yeah. You know, like, oh, okay, that's something that I don't have to.
Yes.
There's a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so kind of went throughout finished up my 20s and went into my 30s, just, you know, kind of in that state. And then I have very specific memories of kind of being blindsided with the fact of like, oh, you're not going to be a mom. And that can be difficult because it feels like there's a whole sisterhood of motherhood.
Sure.
Right. And nobody wants to be on the outside of those things, on the outside of a group. Right. I feel like you don't belong.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't like I said, throughout my 20s, that didn't really cross my mind that much. Being single, and I know that they kind of go hand in hand.
Right. Yeah.
But that just wasn't anything that I really contemplated very much of, until I turned to 33. And then I know that through my work, I had learned that age 34 is considered advanced maternal age.
Sure.
So they call them like geriatric. Yeah. Pregnancies. And so when you're 33 and you're single and it's just like, oh.
Sure. It's kind of like a hit.
So, and I mean, I kind of just treated this, obviously the friends that were getting married when I was in my 20s were obviously starting their families. And so that was just part of it. Like I was never not happy for them.
Sure.
You know? And I just didn't really even think about it until, like I said, it was all of a sudden, boom, here's this, okay, you found contentment in being single, but guess what? Here's this other battle, you know? And I don't know. There's a lot, I don't really know. There's a lot there's a lot that's attached to that.
Sure.
And there are a lot of women that I know that are not in that sisterhood of motherhood for whatever reason.
Right.
And I can relate to a degree and empathize with them on that.
That's a help that you can provide to them.
Because it's difficult and people don't talk about it.
Right.
And the majority of people that I know and that I interact with, they're all in that they're all in that sisterhood. So it can feel lonely.
Sure.
You know? And people don't really ask.
Sure.
People don't really ask, hey, how's that? How you doing with that? Like, you know, So it's not really anything that's really usually talked about.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody's different. Some people don't have a problem with it. I remember talking with a coworker of mine who's, quite a bit older than I am, but she's not a Christian, but she was unmarried and not a mom. And I remember having a conversation with her and kind of talking along those lines. And she's like, "Oh no, I never wanted to be a mom." And I was just like, "Really?" Like, to me, it was just such a, what do you mean?
Right.
And it's not something that I've dwelt on or I've thought about for my entire life. Like, I've just yearned for it. Some people have.
Sure.
And the Lord has, for whatever reason, not had that for them.
Right.
But yeah, people, it's something that's not talked about a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it can be a lonely thing.
Yeah. I can see that would be something difficult to bring up, to bring up soft spots that we might have.
Yeah. So anyways, I had a hardness about that. I say all of that, to say that there was a hardness and I wasn't necessarily even aware of it.
Sure. That's where the blindsiding came from.
Yeah.
That you're talking about.
And sometimes I think that I find contentment in it. And like I said, with gratitude,
Sure.
I'm thankful for the life that I have. I know that there are things that I'm able to do because I don't have a family of my own, but still there are moments that are like gut punches.
Sure.
And it's really hard to not feel like you have anybody that you can relate.
Yeah.
Especially when you hear like mothers talk about, well, yeah, we went and had a mother's lunch and we went and did this and we had a play date. And so, that must be nice to just be able to like take an afternoon and have somebody that can relate because you're raising kids and it's the same stage. You know what I mean? Like to have that camaraderie.
Yep. Yep.
And, so it's just hard sometimes to feel like you don't have that, but I had allowed some hardness to grow within me and the Lord knew it and he brought it to my attention. And I was like, Lord, I don't want to talk about that. Not right now. Like there's too many emotions and I don't want to sit in those emotions.
Right. Let's just sweep that under the rug for a little while.
Yeah. Like
I don't
know if I'm prepared.
Right.
I just stuff those things down. Right. Because people don't ask.
Sure.
And so if they don't ask, I don't go and tell them.
They can stay tucked down there.
I'll tuck them in.
Yeah.
Put that brave face on and
sure.
We go about our date. This is what we do.
Right.
I don't want to address that stuff, Lord. And he's okay. He's tender and he's kind and he's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. And okay, Amy, but it's on my radar. Okay. Thanks, Lord. And then some time passes and don't really think about it, just whatever, living. And then he brings it up again. And it's just kind of like, ooh, Lord. Well, Amy, we need to address this, like it's not getting any softer.
Sure.
So
you want to talk about it now?
Want to talk about it? No.
Nope.
Same answer as before. I'm afraid of I'm afraid of when you go in and break up that hardness of what's going to come out and how it's going to look.
Right.
Will I be able to keep my composure?
Sure.
And, so the Lord was long suffering.
He is.
And okay, but we're going to have to address it soon, Amy, just to let you know. Like, I'll let you off the hook this time again. And then remember, there's just any other Sunday morning, go to church and teach Sunday school, sing the little silly songs, be goofy with the kids, and then come downstairs for the main service and, sing out those songs and shake some hands during handshaking and then sit down and the preacher's going to, goes through the announcements and everything. And then, all right, well, I'll have you guys turn here and, we're just going to talk about when God tells you no. And we're going to talk about the portion of scripture where David wanted to build the temple. And David David's considered a man after God's own heart. And he had the means to build the temple and he had the desire to build the temple.
Good desire. Yeah.
And the Lord told him no.
Yeah.
And it was like the Lord came down and sat right next to me and said, guess what, Amy? It's time.
Right.
And I could feel it within me.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. No.
Not here.
There are so
Not
many people
now.
here. There
Yeah.
are so many people here. Can we do this in private? Nope. We're doing it now.
Yeah.
And throughout that message, he broke that hardness. And I held it together throughout the message. And then when we got to the invitation song, I don't remember what song we sang specifically, but I remember there was a line in there that says, and he takes me by the hand. And that broke.
Oh, sure.
Like that broke. It took every thing within me to keep my composure and not just, it was hard for me to stand up. It was hard for me to, I couldn't sing. I couldn't sing. But even just to keep my composure, and throughout the rest of, dismissal and to get home or whatever. And I remember getting in my car after that, and that's when I broke. Yeah. Like full on broke.
Yep.
And I kind of wish, I know now, looking back on hindsight, I wish I wouldn't have tried so hard to keep my composure, because it's okay. And sometimes other people need to see that the Lord breaks you. Yes. And it's okay to break in front of other people. Yep. In a church service, like what better place than
surrounded by people that love you?
Well, and in the Lord's house, right when he's preaching. Right. So I kind of took that away as far as like, okay, well, I won't be so stubborn, maybe.
Sure. You're not stubborn at all,
thank
Amy.
you.
Not at all.
That's on recording. It's recorded.
I know.
Were you being sarcastic?
Yes. Yes.
Shoot.
Yeah, you're kind of stubborn.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I just wish I hadn't been so stubborn.
Sure.
To keep that composure.
Right.
Because it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But I am thankful. And a couple weeks after that, I gave a testimony about that message and how the Lord broke up that hardness. Because he did. And it makes me even think about, that verse in First Chronicles.
Yep. That's what I was just thinking of too. That's what you did.
Make known his deeds among the people.
Yep.
And so that's even why I thought of this topic. Like, this is what came to my mind, the hardness. Yeah. And there was still even hesitancy, like, Lord, I don't know. I even told you before we started recording, like, I don't know how in depth I want to get.
Sure.
Because anybody who is single or who is married and has kids, like, that's not I don't want anybody to feel guilty or bad about that.
Sure.
Like, and parenthood and being married, those are struggles, and those come with struggles and battles that I don't know.
Sure.
They are all hard. That's why the Lord tells us to take up our cross and follow him.
Yeah. And everybody's cross is different.
Everybody's cross is different.
It makes me think of our last episode with our friend Kate. And she had mentioned that like, she's worthy. God found her worthy to carry that cross. And I think this is the same with you too. Like, God found you worthy to carry that cross. And there are things, like you said earlier, that you have the ability to do that I can't do because my time is tied. And I feel like you have to lean on the Lord, and I see your relationship with the Lord, and I'm like, man, you have a wonderful relationship with the Lord. Yeah. You're very close with him. Whereas I've got a lot of distractions that can get in the way. Not that you don't have distractions. You definitely do. You have a full-time job. You work, you help with your parents and stuff. But I think your relationship is deeper. I think your relationship can be deeper with the Lord. And he has specific things that he wants you to do that I can't do.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, and it's come from those things. And I think that's why he gives everybody a cross to bear, is so that we look to him.
Yeah.
And rely upon him in different ways.
Yes. Yes. Because mine maybe look a little different. Yeah. I need help being a wife. I need help being a mom because I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
So I do have to lean on him.
And when your kids come to you, then, and if it's something like, Lord, I don't know. Lord, I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to respond to this. I don't know how to comfort them. I don't know how to build their confidence in these things. I don't know how to direct them, like but then there's different things that I might deal with of like, as far as like, okay, Lord, like I need you because I ain't got nobody else. Like sure. I need you for comfort. I need you for this. So that's why he gives us those things, and they are different. And there can be loneliness, people can be in a room full of people.
Yep. And be lonely
at home and be lonely.
Yes.
They can be surrounded by a husband and surrounded by their own children, surrounded by loved ones.
Yep.
And still feel alone.
I have experienced that when I decided in my 20s that, like, what are we doing this for? I was lonely.
Yeah.
I had everything that I could have ever wanted that anybody else would want. And yet I did feel lonely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
And I know that everybody too, with this topic being tenderhearted, that can look, there's so many ways in which our heart can become hardened.
Yes.
All different kinds of things.
Oh yeah.
So it's good to self-reflect and be like, is my heart hard? In particular areas. And then two, kind of the lesson that I'm learning from your experience and your story is that when God came to you the first time and then the second time, like, let's not sweep it under, let's just let go of it and deal with it. Yeah.
It would have been great if I would have just, when he came to me and brought it to me the first time. Yeah, Lord, let's
oh, but I know that that's so hard. You're like, I don't want to. I don't feel like dealing with this right now. I don't want to cry about this. I don't want to do it.
Right.
I don't want to open that can. I just want to close it and put it away in the closet or tucked away in the pantry.
Yeah. And not deal with it and not, like I said, because it's one of those things of like, I don't know what's going to come out.
Right.
I don't know what's on the other side of this. But I know that I can manage stuffing it down because I've been doing that so far. So let's just keep this train going. Yeah. And Lord's like, okay, well, I know where the tracks are headed with that one.
Sure.
So
yeah, man, I'm thankful he is long suffering and that he is patient with us and that he continually tries to approach like he did with you. He came to you multiple times like, hey, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. And so if you do keep your heart tender when he does bring those nudges along. Yeah, Lord, let's talk about it. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Before because what happens is when he brings it up and if we don't address it, it'll get harder.
Yes.
And that hardness grows. And I was fully aware of that. To a degree, I guess. Maybe not fully aware, but to a degree of that, I was aware.
Stubborn, maybe? No, I'm just kidding. I'm stubborn too. I love you.
No, it's okay.
I am stubborn.
It was stubbornness, but the Lord knows that. He knows our limitations. He knows our weaknesses, and and it's. I know because there's been also messages before too, like our pastor has preached on, take up that cross and follow me. And again, then that was like 5 years ago. I remember him preaching that.
I remember that message.
And broke me again. I remember being down at that altar and just weeping a bit. And, but also he brought to my mind was kind of like our friend Kate talked about, like, you're worthy
to carry.
Like I have this cross of being single and not having kids. Not being a mother and not having those titles and not having that within your identity.
Right.
And I don't give it out to many people. Majority of people that you're going to know, Amy, are going to have this. You know,
Sure.
they have those badges, they have those titles. But I have this cross, and I remember thinking about it in the regards of like, he's, you know, the Lord's up in heaven thinking, I have this cross. Who can, I'm going to give it to Amy.
Yes. Yeah.
Because she's going to need me, in these different areas. Like that's because if she picks that cross up and carries it, like I want her to, she's going to feel weak here.
Right.
She's going to feel weak at these times. And she's going to, if she responds correctly, if she responds the way I think she will and the way that I desire for her to, she's going to need me in these areas. Same way I think of like our friend Kate, you know, the Lord's thrown her, or put a lot on her cross with health issues and things like that. And there were even health issues after we got done recording. She's like, we didn't even mention this. We didn't even mention that.
Right.
And, so she's dealt with a lot of different things, but that's how we grow.
Yes.
And that's how our relationship with him deepens.
Yes.
Like, oh, I feel like I've reached this whole another depth and level in my relationship with him because he's taken us through those things.
That's good and true.
So yeah, I'm very thankful for the way that she worded that of like, man, he found me worthy to bear that cross.
Yeah.
And to give this to me. And instead, it's so easy to where we can feel like it's a punishment.
Right.
Instead of, no, he found me worthy.
Yeah. I like that.
So
the perspective.
Yeah. So we'll try to keep our hearts tender. It's just easier that way. But
yes.
But if you do feel like there's a hardness, or if you feel like the Lord's been prodding you a little bit about that hardness, my advice would be deal with it with the Lord sooner rather than later.
Right.
And don't be concerned or nervous about what might come out.
Right.
During that.
And maybe don't wait to be nudged either. If you know you've got something that you need to take to him, then take it to him.
Yep.
And deal with it.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, with that, I think we'll go ahead and move into our gratitude segment.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Summer. So what are you thankful for this week?
Kind of odd, maybe, but I'm thankful for people that correct my kids.
Yeah?
Yes, there was an experience that my boys had this past week, and my oldest was corrected, and it was a good opportunity for him to recognize something in himself. And he came to me and, he didn't like to be corrected, but he wants to be a good man. And so, he was feeling guilty that he would feel that way. And he, called and made things right. And I'm just so thankful for someone who loves my kid enough and feels comfortable with my kid enough to correct them.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a community of people in our church that are family. This is family. And I don't feel like the disciplining and the correcting is only up to me and Brandon. I think that we can all help each other in that. Obviously there's boundaries and ways, but yeah, just thank you for correcting my kid in a moment where I'm not there to see, but he needed that. And so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah,
I'm grateful.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I'm thankful we mentioned our friend Kate. So last Sunday, I teach Sunday school with Kate, and last Sunday, I was not feeling that great. And she asked me, she's like, how are you doing, Ames? And I was just like, right away Sunday morning, I was like, I just was complaining a little bit. I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of this. And I just wasn't, I was like, I just need a new attitude. Like I want a fresh attitude.
Sure.
And thankfully I got one. And the morning went better. But Monday morning, I'm feeding our dogs and I get a text, knock, knock, got a delivery. And outside my front door was Kate.
Oh.
With a handful of garden fresh flowers.
So sweet.
So that filled up my cup and made me really thankful. I'm just thankful because that's what she does. Like there's been so many times throughout my friendship with her.
Yeah.
To where, she could have judged and just been, or not even judged, but just, even just venting off some steam.
Sure.
But she took extra time on a Monday morning. She had to get to work and stuff like that, but she took time to get flowers ready.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, there's some of my last flowers because it's getting cold. And so it's going to freeze. And she's like, I wanted you to have some of the last cut for the year. And so it was very sweet.
So sweet.
So very thankful for that.
Her kids are like that too.
Yes.
Her kids.
Yeah. There's been a couple of times where I've answered the door or I've gotten those texts and yep, it's one of her kids.
They sure do love you.
Yeah.
But who wouldn't?
It's not just from Logan and Maddie. I've gotten those. Maddie stopped over and given me flowers before. And I love that.
So sweet.
So yeah, very thankful for them. And I don't know, there's just something about fresh flowers.
I agree. Yeah.
Sometimes.
I kill them, but.
Yeah. They die. I get that. Some people aren't big fan of flowers because they're like, well, they smell great and they look great, but then, then they die.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, I get that. But I don't know. Sometimes there's just something about fresh flowers on your island. You're cooking and you're eating supper. And you just can enjoy the beauty of them.
Yeah.
So very thankful for that. But with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up and just going to do a quick little plug to remind everybody to participate in our gratitude giveaway. We're going to give out 3 prizes. So if you get entered in by either sending us an email or leaving a comment or taking us in a post, you'll be entered in. And then we're going to draw 3 winners from that and send out some goodies.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Me too.
This is fun.
So, okay, you guys have until November 13th to get those submissions in. Until next week, we'll see you later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share with others. Join us over on Instagram at
Strength and Sisterhood Pod.
And leave us a comment if you liked this episode. You can also reach us at
strengthandsisterhoodpod@gmail.com.
Or find us on Spotify, Amazon, Substack, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We would love to hear from you. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.
See ya.